This is my 2018 Jaguar F-Type SVR and I love it. Now I wanted this car because it's listed as capable of 200 miles an hour. Probably never going to get to do that, but the 0 to 60 is 3.5 seconds. Today we're going to test that to see if we can get 3.5, and then what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade the air intake system with cold air and then come back and try again to see if we can get it any faster. Every time I've done this before, it's always ended up being slower, but hey, we'll see what happens. But first, just let me tell you why I like the F-Type SVR above the V6S that I had before. Carbon fibre active spoiler. "20-inch wheels with a width of 305 on the back and 265s on the front. SVR branding on the wheels. Much more pronounced front bumper. Side skirts. Titanium exhaust with again the SVR branding. Much more aggressive rear diffuser. Wing back seats with this lovely cross stitching. Same stitching in the door cards. Full electric seat with 3 memories. Velour on the instrument cluster and part of the dashboard. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get this car rigged up with the cameras and let's get it out there and see what we can get 0 to 60. I'm hoping for at least 3.7, 3.8, if not the 3.5 stated in the books. Right, here we go then. Let's see how it goes. I'm just going to slam accelerator to the floor, see what happens. Oh my word. Oh, geez. Nearly blew me out my seat there. This time I'm going to try launch control. So that time was awesome. 3.57. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do is let's give it a blast past the camera and we'll get a bit of supercharger noise. This is without the cold air. We're going to take her home, stick on the cold air intakes, and we'll come back and do the drive-by again. Car now back in the garage, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the wheel off. I'll see if I can get the air filter housing off without having to take the under tray fully off, because that is a pain with 30 odd screws. Now I did it when I took the air intakes off my V6. I just removed 4 or 5 screws from this side. I could angle it down and get in to release the strap on the one part that's holding on the air intake underneath. So hopefully I'll do that again. Now I'm not going to bore you with the details with this. I've already installed this on my V6. I'm going to put a link up in the top corner. You can go watch that video if you want to see the full install of a cold air. I'm expecting this to be exactly the same. So I'm just going to time lapse it for you. Let's crack on. So just to note, one thing that is different to the V6 is the SVR has this bit of sort of a open grill bit here, look, to allow the cool air to come to cool the discs, and also it's got this bit here to allow the heat to go through that and propagate out through this panel on the wing, which is a different panel to the other cars. Nice. So initial checking of the SVR airbox is absolutely identical to the V6, even having this one cable that's fitted on the side of it. And there's your MAF sensor, and then there's a pipe. So we need to get that off, and we need to get all this off. But this is held on by a nut there, and also a strap holding it onto an air intake underneath. That's why we need to lower this piece here, if we can. And then we can get in from the front to remove this bit and then drop the airbox to bring it out. So I'm looking underneath here, so this one's got to come out, and I think these have got to come out. I don't think those have to come out. I think they're just holding that moulding, yeah, just into this cover. So I don't think they have to come out. Now this will probably have to come out. Now I'm not sure if I've got to take all of these off to remove this to get to the nuts that drop this, but with just this bit off, I'm going to see if I can pull it down and then get access from the front to actually do what I need to do. Right, so I did have to set this front lip off just to get access to, there's a nut there and there's one here, so that lip was blocking them, so I've now got those off. So this now comes down enough So you see that over there? So that's the band that I'm going to need to release to get this airbox off. So it's a different day now, and I just spent ages of my time trying to get this silicone that comes with the kit for the cold air intake to fit over the MAF sensor, which I did with the aid of a heat gun. But what you have with this V8 is this MAF sensor is way bigger than the V6 one, because the V6 one just fits inside that hole there, whereas this one, absolutely no way, they're almost the same size hole. And I spent ages with the heat gun on the other one to try and stretch that hole, which I have slightly on here, but it's still way out. So I got in touch with Kestrel Prestige Developments and told them I've got an issue here because this does not fit the V8 like it says so in your ad. And I'm like, oh yeah, we need to send you out some more parts. I'm like, oh no, can you send them ASAP? Which they did, and they've sent me out now the silicone that I need, but also this reduction pipe. So this pipe will now fit inside that. That will go on there. The MAF sensor will then go on that, and then the other side, just slightly bigger, will fit over that and back on to the original pipe. Excellent. Let's get this back together. And that's it. What a pain in the backside. So I've had to use the black hose that I had from the original kit, because that seemed to have a thinner wall and stretched a little bit easier than the blue one. That was a nightmare getting on there, but we've got it all on now, so let's go get this back in the car. Well, that was a hell of a job, a lot less than I thought it was going to be. That's one side complete, and also I just popped in my Jaguar centre caps, the black ones that I've got there, look, just to set it off. So let me go do the other side. Next time I come back to you, we'll be getting this car out, we'll get it back and do the 0 to 60 and have a listen to that supercharger scream. Right, so back on my test road now. So now we're going to give it that 0 to 60 and hopefully you'll get some nice sound from the actual supercharger as we go past the camera, which is about halfway down. So let's just see where those cold air intakes have actually made a difference. Here we go. Okay, that was one way. Let's try the other way and see if it's any faster. Right, here we go then. Let's see if we can beat that last time of 3.57. So let me just check what I got there. Oh my word, 3.54. Now before I put the cold air intake on, that was 3.57. So have I knocked 0.03 of a second off? Or is it just a better day? I don't know. I'm going to say the cones have made that difference. Now for a bit of supercharger wine and some pops and bangs just for you guys.